This is my second lecture on psychometry, and we will discuss some more psychometric terms and their relationship with each other. Next term will be saturated vapor pressure. This is the partial pressure of water vapor at dry bulb temperature. What is this? To know this, let us see a graph. We take vapor air mixture at point A on TS diagram, whose dry bulb temperature is given to us, and partial pressure of water vapor is given to us. This is the condition. This is initial condition. Here it is dry bulb temperature, which is crossing constant pressure line, and we get point A. From this point, if we go to point C, how can we do this? We will add moisture to it. What will happen? Its pressure will increase, partial vapor pressure will increase, and there will be a condition when we can add no further water anymore. As we know that air at a temperature and a pressure has limited capacity to absorb water. So from point A we will reach to point C. Point C is on saturation curve. No further water can be added at this point. So let us see. If we keep on increasing its water content, then moisture content will increase and partial pressure will increase and will go up to saturation pressure. So if we are given dry bulb temperature and we look at pressure corresponding to this temperature, then we will get saturation pressure. From the steam table, if we are given dry bulb temperature and we see pressure reading, then we will get P saturation vapor pressure. Another thing is that from point A, if we go to point B, here we are going on constant pressure line. How can we do this? We are not adding any more water to it, as the water will increase partial pressure, and we are moving on constant pressure line. We can cool the air from point A, so we can reach to a point B when air starts to condense. This temperature is called dew point temperature. So what we are doing? Dew point temperature is saturation temperature corresponding to partial pressure of water vapor. How can we reach it? If we cool the vapor air mixture without adding water, then it will remain at same vapor pressure and we will reach to point B, which is on saturation curve, and temperature corresponding to this point will be dew point temperature. So these things will give some important points to solve our numerical. What will be that point? While using steam table, if we are given dry bulb temperature, then we can easily get saturation temperature. If we are given partial vapor pressure, then we will get dew bulb temperature, and vice versa. This is the important reading. Here we will have to use Carrier equation and find out partial vapor pressure every time. One more thing is we are given wet bulb temperature and look at the pressure corresponding to this temperature, then we will get saturation wet bulb temperature, and we are given wet bulb temperature, then we will get saturation pressure corresponding to this wet bulb temperature. Okay. Another term is humid specific heat. It is the specific heat of moisture. It is nothing but simply sum of specific heat of dry air plus specific heat of water vapor and fraction of water vapor present. W is humidity ratio. It is kilogram of water vapor per kilogram of dry air. So we have taken mass of dry air as 1 Okay, so Cp is equal to Cp plus omega C Pw. Now one thing is important. This term we will not be using in numericals because for CPM we have got a fixed value of 1.0216 kilojoule kg of dry air per Kelvin. As this term is very small, so we will neglect this variation of water vapor and take fixed quantity Cp, add something to it, and we will get 1.0216 kilojoule kg of dry air. Since the second term in our equation is very small compared to the first term, so for all practical purpose, the humidity specific heat of moist air can be taken as this. So this relation we will not be using in numerical and we will be using fixed quantity for it. Thank you.